So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to leave the preliminaries out for right now about any compressions and things of this nature that I would typically be doing. So what I'm doing right now is this hand position is called the dragon's wings, and this is what we do in Esomassage for effleurage. Okay. Now if you look at my structure, you can see that when my body moves, my hands move. When my body stops, my hands stop. They're just passengers in the car. Right? So the gasoline is the earth, my legs is the motor, my waist directs the movement, and my hands just go along for the ride. And then there are reinforced positions where I do it this way. It's the same technique, but it adds special extra pressure around the erectors. And you'll see that when I do that, her back gets really red around the erectors and she feels this really deep pressure there. Is that right? Yeah. But it's not painful. If I just did my thumb like that, that doesn't feel as comfortable, okay, as when I do it like that.
Are you crossing your thumbs over each other?
Would you say that
I
louder?
couldn't see what you're doing. Are you crossing your thumbs over each other?
I'm actually doing a
Oh,
little
you're
bit
doing
of
that?
that.
Oh, okay, okay. That
No.
was good, yeah.
Yeah. She says it feels really good, but it's not what you would typically use. And then if I wanted to go deeper, then this is what I was saying about the way I use my forearms, is that my hands are doing things and my forearm. And look what happens to the erectors there. You see how red it is. And then we'll make it red on this side. It just takes a couple of strokes and you're there. Because I'm touching her right now with probably 75 pounds pressure. So with 4 legs and no hands, when I'm touching her, I have to decide how much weight is on this foot, how much is on this foot, how much is on this foot, how much is on this foot, based upon what I'm trying to do. Okay? So like right now, in this posture, I have nothing on this foot. See, it's not being used. So I don't have 70% of my weight on this foot, like you would think, just because it's bent more. Okay? And then the back leg is never going to come up on the toe. It's always going to stay connected to the earth. Coming up like this, she can feel that it doesn't feel right. She feels it. Exactly. So that technique. Then we have a lot of the forearm work. And as you can see, it's my body that's creating the movement, not my arms. So this is different. And she can feel the difference between these two.
And that's fatigue.
Okay? Now, if I work on the legs, what I wanted to show you about this is that on the leg work, if I do a typical technique on the legs, she's going to be able to feel the difference between the amount of pressure that's put down and what kind of pain is there. So let's say that I want to work the calves like this.
Yeah.
See, she's saying, ow. I mean, you know how you go up these calves, right? Now, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to double the amount of pressure. I'm actually going to put my thumb there like we did, and then I'm going to put my other one on top of it, and I'm going to press in really deep, okay? And see what she feels. How painful is that?
No, it's not painful.
Exactly. You look at her body, how much her body moves.
Oh, yes.
That's how much pressure I put. But it is very grounded. She feels it as though I'm very connected to her. And so therefore, I can go in really deep and get a lot of work done. And she enjoys it rather than is constantly going against me. Because when I touch her with this structure, her muscles are not going to resist me. I'm also working the medial and lateral side of the gastroc and soleus all simultaneously with deep thumb work. So this one is going in on the medial side, this one's going in on the lateral side, and they're both reinforced so that I can go up like this. Now when I talked before about going up on the IT band, if I brace this in here like this, make this really strong, if I go up the IT band, you see she doesn't like it, do you?
No.
It's too much. But now I'm going to use some yin and yang movement and use proper structure and watch what happens. How does that feel?
That feels good.
Is it painful?
No.
Okay. But you see how much her body's moving, which shows that she's still getting a tremendous amount of pressure. Or the forearm, like this, using yin and yang. Yin creates yang. Yang cannot create yang. Yang supports yin. But if I just did this, she doesn't like it nearly as much. You see her foot.